Hello and welcome to day 3 of learning ML from chatgpt. So let's get started. So yesterday we learned about data preprocessing and the ways in which we need to do things to data in order to set the data up into the right format to train our models on. So yesterday we did about data I can't remember the exact term for it, but it was one hot encoding. The first one was data cleaning. One of the first ones was data cleaning, making sure null values like mp.nan are handled. Oh no, that wasn't data cleaning. That was, what was this one? This one, it might have been data cleaning. So normalization was converting the values into a numerical range, so like 0 to 1 or -1 to 1, in which our data set was 0 to 1, where the lowest value was 0, highest value was 1. And then we had to set one hot encoding, which was where you had say you had city, then there was Chicago, New York. Then instead of just having a string data format like that, what you'd have to do is city underscore New York, city underscore Chicago. 1 would represent it is that city, 0 represents no, because that's how the computer can't deal with it any other ways. So that's how we make our model efficient. What we did here, salary, I think that's when we when we scaled all the values into a range, and then this was what we did for cities in order to make it city underscore Chicago, city underscore New York. And here we just split the data set using this function where 0.2 represents the percentage of the data set that we're using for testing. Then we finally printed the shape. And the shapes are different because X-train has multiple features and the Y-train is only one feature. Okay, so now we're going to do day 3 rather. Now please give me day 3's lesson on ML, on the ML curriculum. I hope I said day 3 at the start of the video. I may have said it wrong, can't remember. Introduction to TensorFlow and pytorch. Let's go. So we've got TensorFlow and pytorch. What are TensorFlow and pytorch? TensorFlow is developed by the Google Brain team. TensorFlow is an open source machine learning framework designed to simplify the creation and deployment of machine learning models. It supports both deep learning and traditional machine learning models. TensorFlow is known for its flexibility, scalability, and ability to deploy models on different platforms like mobile services and cloud servers. PyTorch, developed by Facebook's AI research lab, FAIR. PyTorch is an open source machine learning library, particularly popular in the research community for its ease of use and dynamic computational graph. PyTorch provides a more Pythonic experience, which often makes it more intuitive for beginners. Why use TensorFlow and pytorch? So there's chatgpt saying community support and resources, pre-built functions and tools, flexibility and customization, which are all features that we want. Setting up the environment. Before diving into code, it's essential to set up your environment to ensure that you can run TensorFlow and pytorch smoothly. Code examples: TensorFlow and pytorch installation and basic tensor operations. Installing TensorFlow and pytorch. To install TensorFlow and pytorch, okay, we'll just skip this part because I could do it in PyCharm, but I'm going to do it in the Colab as it's easier to you just host it online. And yeah. So TensorFlow basic operations. So first of all, I'm just going to paste this in. How do I move? Oops. Control Z. Control M. Okay, I'm just going to delete this. Add text. Is there an easier way to move this? Okay, so this is TensorFlow. TensorFlow. So first off, I'm just going to import TensorFlow. So we're using import TensorFlow as TF. So I'm just going to read this. Tensors are the fundamental building blocks of both TensorFlow and PyTorch. A tensor is essentially a multi-dimensional array. Understanding tensor operations is crucial for working with these libraries. Okay. TensorFlow A equals tf.constant. Okay, so this is the multi-dimensional array. So a constant tensor. Okay, it's pretty simple. So we just have tensor A equals tf.constant. Then we just pass in an array with multiple dimensions. As it's got an array, it's got two arrays in an array. Print tensor A. TF1s. So I assume this means there's an array of two arrays, which have two arrays. Is that right? Explanation. TF1 creates a tensor filled with ones of the specific shape. Okay, so just fills it once. Pretty simple. I'm going to copy this, paste it in here. Okay, so so it's just with two elements. Okay, so every two represents an array, and in the array it's just that's how many numbers are in it. Okay, pretty simple again. So create tensors. Wait, no, we just did that. Tensor operations. We can do add tensors and we can multiply tensors. Matrix multiplication. Is that the one where you just have loop through a multi-dimensional array, I and J, and then, or I don't know exactly. Is it just at the same position? Can you multiply matrices that are different shape? I just assume elements with the same index both of the two arrays are just multiplied together, like would be in addition. Tensor sum tf.add. What's wrong? Oh yeah, it was showing up as floats. Okay, so what if I do this works. Okay. So sum of A and B, we can see that every corresponding index, that's probably not the right way of explaining it, but at 0, 0, plus A at 0, 0, and plus B at 0, 0 is the this number. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, then matmul, also pretty simple. Let's go. On to the next one. Explanation. tf.add tf.matmul. Now pytorch basic operations. I'm just going to delete this real quick. PyTorch. Okay, let's see how different PyTorch is. So we're just importing torch. And then, so instead of is it tf.constant? Is it? Yeah. So instead of tf.constant, we're just doing torch tensor. So I assume it's just not a constant tensor. So, yeah, very similar. And yeah, extremely similar syntax here. Just except from the constant and the tensor. We've got here. And we can see that torch takes less time to import than TensorFlow. Well, that was the first operation. There may be some added latency that was brought from that. Okay, now add and .matmul. So pretty much the same. Instead, this time, well, the only difference is the torch namespace, so to speak, like we got in C++. Don't know the exact technical term in Python. Matmul is gonna get the float error again. I'll just have to convert these all to floats. Yeah, I'm going to see that works. So explanation, yep. Element-wise addition, matrix, implications. Assignment installed. Okay, we've done that. Documentation. Okay, basic tensor. Let's copy this and do the assignment. I'm just going to copy it to here. Assignment. Oops. Oh no, this is my bad. Add text. So use TensorFlow and PyTorch separately. Perform the following: create a 2x3 tensor filled with random numbers. Create a 3x2 tensor filled with ones. Okay, so I'm going to first do it with TensorFlow. Add text, hashtag TensorFlow assignment. So what we're going to do is we're going to import TensorFlow. No, import. I always forget how to do the Python imports. Import TensorFlow STF. Yeah, okay. Import TensorFlow as TF. Where's the enter? Yeah. Okay, so we have that, and we're going to do. We're just going to do matrix equals tf dot constant so 3x2. So I assume it's just 3 elements and then another 4, 5, 6. Seems like that. And then we can do ones equals tf dot constant. No, tf dot ones rather. And 3, 3. Add these two tensors together. I'm just going to print. Wait, what? But yeah, we're going to need these decimals as well, aren't we? Oh, they're a different. Oh, 3x2. Oh, so the first one. Okay, I'm just gonna change it. So this one's instead going to be the other one. Went a bit off course, flipped the shapes around. Okay, I'm going to print matrix plus, no, it's tf.add matrix ones. Was that the syntax? Pretty sure it was. tf.add. Yep, that was it. And add the two, and then do the tf.mapped-mo matrix once. I'm just going to do, I'm pretty sure it's R string, isn't it, in Python? Addition. So like that. I exactly remember it. Was it F string? I think it was. Yeah, format string. Multiplication. Run this, see if it works. Yeah, it's there, just a syntax error. I'll delete this. I'll just do addition. Multiplication. I just add a new line at the end to make the output nicer. Incompatible shapes. Why did it tell us? I'm going to just ask chatgpt. I am detecting this error with this code for the assignment of basic tensor operations. Okay, the error encountered because the shows tensors. Yeah, but it just told us, I thought, that they weren't going to be compatible. Create a 2x3 tensor with random number. Oh, random. Okay. Anyway. It's a 3D tensor, not a 2D. Okay. So then we just can do 1. Fixing the code, tf.ones. 2, 3. Okay, so that's the syntax. Fine. 2, 3. Run this. Map-mo. Matrix incompatible shape. Is it saying anything else? Correcting matrix multiplication. To form, one should have where n is any number. I can't see what's changing though. Illustration. Now matrix is okay. So we have this. This is what we got. 2, 3. There are different shapes, but addition. Oh, okay. So they need to be the same for matrix multiplication. Fine. Now if we run this, this should work. Yep. Okay. So we can basically just copy this code into the second assignment. Well, we've already inputted torch, so it's kind of redundant, but I'll do it anyway. Import torch equals torch. I'm just gonna what does control click not work? No, it doesn't. Okay, torch.tensor. Torch, and then finally torch. And this works. Okay, nice. So we see we've completed that part of the assignment. Now let's move on to, is there any more to the assignment? So installation, document your code. Okay, I'll skip this one because it's very simple and I've kind of documented it already. Well, it basically documents itself. The name of the functions just easily documented. Explore and perform additional operations such as reshaping, slicing, and indexing. Okay. So I'll look this up on Google. How to reshape a tensor in TensorFlow. I'm going to move this all up here next to my Colab. I lost Copilot as we're using chatgpt for the whole series. Data reader ML. Assignment. Hashtag assignment torch. This was additional information. So, Copilot. How to reshape a tensor in TensorFlow. So this would have been very useful for when we were converting, when we did this line. See if we can make this line redundant. Div to constant dot reshape. Okay, then you simply just. Okay, I'm going to copy this code. Then I'm going to go into this one. So, reshaping a tensor using TensorFlow. So what I'm going to do is ones equals div.reshape ones, and I'm going to revert it back to the original 2-3. Okay, what else did it say to do? It said to slicing and indexing tensors. How do you slice a tensor using TensorFlow? How do you index a tensor using TensorFlow? Okay, let's first see the slice. Okay, so you can use tf.slice. I'm just going to run this one to make sure it works. Yep, this runs nicely. Reshaping pencil using pytorch. I'm going to check if it also is the same. So torch.reshape ones shape equals 2, 3. I'm going to see if it's similar. Oops. Okay, so it's not. We do have Gemini though. I thought we did. Anyway, Gemini is gone. Okay, I'm just going to copy this and paste it to chatgpt. How do you slice tensor using tensorflow? Slice input. Okay. So slicing tensors and TensorFlow is similar to slicing arrays or lists in Python. You can use the tf.slice function or use indexing with colons to extract specific parts of a tensor. Here's how you can do it. So tf.slice function allows you to extract a slice from a tensor. Input the tensor you want to slice. Okay. Begin a list of integers specifying the start indices for each dimension of the input tensor. A list of integers specifying the size of the slice for each dimension. Okay, so we're creating a new tensor, and the slice tensor, starting from row 0, column 1. Okay. Extract 2 rows and 2 columns from the starting point. So it would be from 0 to 2 and 1 to 3. Okay. So the output original tensor. So we're doing 0 and 1. So that'd be start from 2. We'd get the. So it said we start beginning slicing from row 0, column 1. Okay, so that's starting from 2. Extract 2 rows and 2 columns from the starting point. So I'd assume we get these 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. 2, 3. Okay. 2 rows. Yeah, I see. Okay, so there's also this notation. Start. Oh, I like that notation actually. But for the moment, I'm just gonna keep to this one as it's more intuitive. So slicing the tensor using tensorflow. And by the way, you can access these Jupyter notebooks, these collabs in GitHub. I've got my gists on my gists page. github.com/robertshepherdcbp /gists. So ones equals tf.slice. So how big is it? So we want to. I'm just gonna make it like this. Make it easier to visually see. So I want to start from row 0, column 1. So I'm going to slice ones, row 0, column 1, and I'll do and I want to get how many rows. Yeah, I'll do 2 and 2 like we had before. Now I'm going to print. I'll print ones there as well. Print ones. And then the last one was indexing, just to make sure. And indexing. So indexing a tensor using tensorflow. How to index a tensor using tensorflow. Is it just going to be normal, like just index operator? 2D. Okay, yeah, very simple. Okay. So I'm going to do print ones at O. Was it like that, or did it have a comma? No. Yeah, it did, rather. 0, 0. I'm going to run this. And wait, I'm just going to print indexing. What's wrong with ones? If I leave this now, will it do anything? Oh, so it already is that, so it can't. Okay, but it worked on the first iteration. Okay, as it's already, because we sliced it. Okay, what if I then just do, make it into temp? Nope. Okay, we're going to need to rerun this. Okay, then we're getting 1 here, which is what we should get, because it's just a whole array of 1s. Okay, so that was using TensorFlow, and now we're going to do it using reshaping a tensor using pytorch. So 1s equals torch dot how to reshape. I'm just going to do it all in one. So reshape, slice, and index a tensor using pytorch. Tensors are the primary data structure for using reshaping tensor. Okay, tensor.view. So I'm going to put this here. View. I'm just basically going to mirror the code that I've got here. Print ones. Then we're going to do slicing a tensor using pytorch rather. Temp equals torch dot. It looks like slice is a math function. I'm just going to put the same syntax in and see if it works. Torch.view. Is it already this? What? That's right, it just said view. I need to import torch at the top. No, why did I do that? I'm going to copy this, paste it, chatgpt. No, you can't copy off over multiple segments of the collab. It was because I was... How was I coding incorrectly? 3, 2. Let me just copy this. Oh, you have to. That's why, of course. Because how would it know which one to? Yep, my bad. There's no attribute view. Because we need to rerun the torch one. Okay, so it's not slice, so slicing. Okay, so slice the tensor to get a subtensor with the first 2 rows and the last 2 columns. So if the columns before, it means first, columns after, it means last. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, but this was with a different size. Okay. Temp equals ones at. So I'm going to do first 3 columns. So did I have a comma in between? Yep. And then I'll do last 1 row. Print temp. Okay, so we can see that this is what we get. So we get the first 3 rows and the last column. Is that right? First, third row, last column. Okay. And then hashtag indexing a tensor using which I'm just going to assume that it's the same. So print ones at 0. At 0. Is this the same? And it is. Okay. So, well, I mean, I'm just going to do the first